Hello, hello, hello. I hope that y'all are well. Come on in, come on in. Let me know where you are watching from. I'm doing a late live today. Normally, or later than normal on a Friday. Normally on a Friday, I will do a live midday, but I decided to go a little bit later. And I'm really excited about today's topic because I'm going to be talking about feminine mastery. So, if this is not, let me just say this this conversation is for grown women, okay? Um, if you are a woman who is prepared to propel herself in the fullness of her femininity, then this live is going to be for you because I'm going to give you literally, okay? I'm going to give you the 4 things you need to master before 2024 if you want to start up leveling your life in the areas of the following. Number 1, if you want to up level your business. Number 2, if you want to up level your dating roster so you have better suitors to choose from when it comes down to long-time partnership. If you're wanting more relationships, healthy relationships in the form of friendships, if you want to up level your health, if you want to bask in the soft girl lifestyle, this live is going to be for you. Hey, my love. And we're going to go ahead and tap into it today because we're talking about feminine self mastery or feminine mastery and why it's really important and how you can get started before 2024 so you can start seeing a shift in your life happen. Okay, for those who do not know me, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine healing coach, and what I do is I help my amazing clients who are high performing women. Okay, I help them embody their authentic feminine essence. I help them achieve emotional stability, as well as I help them become digital nomads in their businesses. So the work that I've done has resulted in my clients being able to go from 5-figure entrepreneurs to from six-figure entrepreneurs to multi-six-figure entrepreneurs, to be able to 10x their income in less than 30 days. My clients have healed generational wounds in their families. My clients have closed up gaps that literally will change and shift the trajectory of their lineage. My clients literally not only create soft lives, but they actually sustain them. I know we are constantly seeing things that's talking about a soft girl era, but it's not the era that we're looking for. In actuality, you want a soft girl life, and that is something that you create for yourself so that you can actually sustain it for yourself. And how you sustain it is by making sure that you're very clear on the things that you are choosing for yourself, okay? So it's very, very important that you understand that everything boils down to decisions and choices. Women ask me all the time, how did you become more feminine? What did you do? People ask me all the time, how did you become a digital nomad? What did you do? People ask me all the time, what did you do to become literally an income increasing asset? What did you do to literally do all these things? And I tell people all the time is that the first thing I did was make a decision that I was going to do these things. So once you make a decision that you're going to do these things, there are several things that you need to do after that, and those things literally become law. So you make a decision whether or not you're going to honor the law that you set for your life, or you're going to dishonor it. And if you dishonor the law for your life, expect other people to come in and dishonor your law, especially if it's coming from the opposite sex. Men are the masters of energy reading, so you can't fool them into making them think you have high self-esteem when you don't. They see right through you, okay? And this is why a lot of women end up attracting a lot of narcissistic people and different things, because they're not a master of themselves, and so other people tend to master them, and which is why they serve them in the way they do in making these partners their masters, okay? So we should not be doing that. A partnership is somebody coming in to add to what you already have going on. You got to have something going on, okay? So before I go ahead and get into this feminine mastery and what this looks like if you're ready to up level, and these are the different things that you want to do and start doing before 2024, so you actually start getting the effects and the impact of it now. I want you to understand that you are currency. That's the first thing I need you to understand. You are time, energy, attention, and money. If you lack any of these things, you have to ask yourself why, because all of these things were given to you during the process of creation. The Most High gave you time. The Most High gave you energy. You have all these multitude of energies that make up who you are. Hey, my love, right? And if you don't get to know these energies that are within you, how do you expect a man to do that? How do you expect somebody to know you better than you know yourself? The scripture tells you to literally love your neighbor as you love yourself. How are you really loving your neighbor if you do not know yourself enough to know that your energy is worth protecting, which is why you should have boundaries, because boundaries are actually a protector, because it tells you in scripture to protect your heart guard your heart above everything else. That's what it says in Proverbs 4:23. Guard your heart above everything else, because from it flows life. Okay? How many heart hits are you going to take before you think your heart just actually stops? That's a real thing. Broken heart syndrome is a real thing. This is why you should protect and be the primary protector of your energy. Y'all do a lot of talking about, I'm just protecting my peace. I'm just protecting my energy. No, you're not if you're relaxing on your boundaries. No, you're not if you're going against yourself by saying yes to something when you know it's a no. No, it's not. No, you're not when you people pleasing, okay? You need to understand the dynamics of your energy and how your energetics work, okay? And what you got to understand is that you can't invest your energy in spaces that are not going to give you a good return on your investment. It's very damaging, it's very dangerous, and it puts you in a position to be played with, and that is not what I want for my queens. So understand, you are energy. Get to know all aspects of the energies that make up who you are, why you are worthy of being protected, and act in a way, okay? So let's go ahead and get into the fact that you are attention. You are attention. You don't have a focus issue. People ask me all the time, how are your clients like literally skating up and making this money in less than 30 days? How are they doing it? Are you teaching them money strategies? What's the trick? What's the trick? What's the trick? There is no trick. The truth of the matter is what I'm actually doing is I'm not teaching them a bunch of money tricks. I'm teaching them how to remove the blocks that's blocking their currency. Understand that currency is a flow. When you hear the word currency, it is a flow. A current, yeah, it's flowing, right? So the reason when you look at a river, and it's constantly flowing, the only way that the river is not flowing properly and it's not coming through is if there are blocks, there are rocks that have come up that are blocking certain paths, so the water has to go around it or find different ways to try to get it, or it's like really, really slim that's coming through the water. And so some of us, that's what your money looking like. Your money is coming in real slim, or your money is not coming in a flow, and you are wondering why, and it's because you don't understand that you are currency. You're not focusing your attention on the right things. When you give your attention, your energy, and your time to corporations that don't care about you, that do not advance you, and you let them exhaust you to oblivion, of course you don't have the time, the energy, and the attention to give to your creative mind so that you could actually create something that will make you more money. You don't have the energy to do that because you focus your time, energy, and attention on that and on them, when in reality you actually should understand that you are the money, which brings me into M. You are time, energy, and you are also time, energy, attention, and you are also money. When I say that you are money in scripture, it says that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8:12. Okay, so the thing is this: if you don't have any money, it's because you're not tapped into yourself, because you came here with gifts. Now, what tends to happen to us as we arrive on this earth, of course, we're placed with our parents, and when we're children, we're at the mercy of our parents, and whatever pain and different things that they're experiencing, that tends to be poured onto us, and that creates all kind of blocks and different things that come up in our adult life, right? So no, you did not put those things there to be able to create those blocks and those ridges in your life, but yes, you're responsible for picking those things up. And a part of you picking those things up and getting tapped in is understanding the gifts that you have. As a woman, it is my belief that you are not here to work hard and exhaust yourself for money. It is my belief that you are here to create opportunity for yourself using the gifts and things that have been given to you by the Most High. Now, if you never tap into those things by allowing society to tell you what you should be doing and only what you could be doing and letting them cap you out with a cheap salary, then that's on you. But understand that you have a birthright. If no one has ever told you, you are a creation of the Most High, and you have a birthright. According to Scripture, it says the enemy has come to steal, kill, and destroy, but the Messiah has come to give you life and give you life abundantly. So abundance, by definition, means plentiful. So if you're not experiencing plentiful men, right, that are ready and lined up to be able to take you out on dates, if you're not experiencing plentiful of resources coming your way, you seem to never lack anything. If you're not experiencing plentiful of the things that you need, then guess what? 9 times out of 10, you're out of alignment, and you have not accepted your authentic birthright, which is abundance, because abundance is plentiful. Now, I'm going to tell you something as a woman who formerly did not choose her birthright. I get it. My life was filled with my joy being stolen, my confidence being killed every day, and literally it was destroying me. I was 90 pounds heavier. I was working 3 jobs, and I seemed to never have any money no matter what I was doing, and I was working like 3 jobs. I was extremely hormonally imbalanced where the doctors were telling me I wasn't going to be able to do all these things. And now I sit here 6 years later in front of you, 90 pounds less. I sit in front of you working my own business where I work maybe 3 to 4 days out of a week, and I make way more than I did when I was working those 3 jobs. I stand before you extremely, a whole lot more balanced. Doctors telling me I wouldn't be able to have kids, telling me I wouldn't be able to do this, telling me my cycle would never come back without me doing this. And guess what? All of those things were not true. All of those things were not true because I decided to do something different. I decided to believe in what the Most High told me about me instead of what society was saying about me. So what you have to understand about money is not something that you're here to work for. Money is a byproduct of your obedience. And let me put you on game with that. If you've been called to create a business, guess what? That business is going to do what it's supposed to do because you're being obedient by following the blueprint that's been given to you by the Most High. The Most High funds his ideas. But you got to first believe that you are currency. So everybody put in the comments for me, I am currency, because I need you to understand that you are time, you are energy, you are attention, and you are money. If you lack any of these things, you don't look to the sky and scream at what you feel is the Most High. You look to yourself to see what is actually happening, because it says in scripture that the kingdom of heaven is within you. That's the frequency. If you ever wanted to know what the real frequency is, the highest frequency, the frequency is the kingdom of heaven is within you. Luke 17:21, that's the frequency. When you align with that specific frequency that is authentically who you are, it's like the portals of everything begins to open up for you. I used to be a woman that was like, oh, men just, I don't know what they be doing. Oh, there's never enough money. There's never enough this. There's never enough that. That's not my experience now. I have an amazing dating life. I've been on listing, and I am a person who is, for the queens who are divorced, and people talk about, oh, you are over 35 and this, honey, I'm 39. And let me be very clear with you. My dating life is absolutely amazing. I am treated and spoiled extremely well. But that is because I set the tone for myself, because I understand that I'm currency. So I only invest my time, my energy, my attention, and my money into situations that are going to give me a great return on my investment. I don't do Netflix and chill. Baby, you could never. That's not a good return on my investment. I'm not going to sit here and exhaust my energy trying to solve your problems. Why? That's not a good investment of my energy. I'm not going to sit here and give my focus and my attention to corporations and people who don't really care about me. Why? Because that's not a good return on my investment of my attention. I'm not going to blow my money on things that are not going to give me better returns on my investment. That's literally how you have to be thinking. You are an investment. You are a walking investment. You are a walking, talking asset. It's up to you to understand the levels in which you are an asset. It's for you to invest in those things. And that's why I want to talk about today the feminine skill, the feminine mastery, self-mastery, because I really want you to understand that there are 4 key things that you need to master currently if you're wanting your 2024 to be better and to really start activating that right now. Because stop waiting until January 1st. To say, oh, I'm going to change my life when I'm doing that. Who said you're going to be here to January 1st? Who said that? It is your time now to take an account for what it is that you're doing and for your life. It's the seeds that you plant now that's going to show up January 1st. So let's go ahead and let's get started with that. Understand that you are currency. Understand that you are valuable. And the next thing I need you to understand is that your belief impacts your biology, and your biology influences your behavior. Whatever you believe about yourself, the body's coming into agreement with, the behavior is going to exhibit. If we believe that you can do something, the body's going to do it. The behavior is going to produce a result. You believe you can't do it, the body won't do it. You'll produce inconsistency, which is another result. You produce procrastination, which is another result. There's not a secret of the soul that the behavior does not reveal. So your behavior is telling on you. My mother always said growing up, show me your friends and I'm going to show you you. When I got into this work and started really diving deep, I went deeper with that. Yeah, show me your friends and I'm going to show you. But show me your man if you ain't did your work, and I'm going to tell you all about your trauma. I'm going to tell you the truth about you. Because our relationships tell on us. When you understand that you are currency, guess what? You can tell because you got a man that values you as such. When you understand that you're a currency, guess what happens when you work a 9 to 5 and you're valuable currency? When you want to quit that job, they go find money to try to keep you there because they understand how valuable you are to that corporation. See, that's when you understand you currency. When you understand that you currency, you go into any type of employment situation if you're working a 9 to 5 and you tell them the pay that you're going to accept. You don't accept any and everything that they tell y'all. See, if you're not negotiating your pay, which is what you love so much, which is what people worship money so much and work so hard for. So if you're not negotiating for that, you can't tell me that you're negotiating healthy terms in a relationship. You're not. You can't tell me that you're negotiating healthy terms in business. You're not. Because you won't even do it in situations with the least highest form of your currency, which is money. Money is made up of 75% cotton, 25% linen. You can look that up on Google. It is not a secret. It is not none of that. You can look these things up. Okay? You can look these things up. Anytime you are slaving, stressing, exhausting, overworking yourself, you're doing it for cotton. It's giving slavery. It's giving opposite of your birthright, which is abundance, which is freedom, which is plentifulness. You choose to be a slave in a world where you can be free. See, let's get into it. That's a lot of us choose slavery. So when people have these conversations about choosing slavery, you're choosing to be a mental slave because you tie yourself to systems and things that did not create you, but actually berate you. You believe society, which society is a creation of man, versus believing the creator, who is actually the creator of man. Okay? So it's very twisted and it's very, very confused. And this is why a lot of us are just kind of running ragged. Hey, my love, we're just kind of running ragged. Okay. But we really need to master some things. If we want different experiences in our lives, if you want to get the feminine support that you have been looking for, you are tired of doing everything on your own, you are tired of being everybody's person, you are tired of that, here are the things that you need to master that I'm going to get into that are really going to shift your entire life. And if you want a blueprint of that, I have courses available that walk you through this. Now, you can do it on your own. You can do it on your own. But I have done it all on my own. And see, one thing about me, if I did everything, I'll tell you the whole thing. My folks will tell you. My sister will tell you. My mistakes, I tell my baby. My baby sister is 25. I tell her. I mentored girls for 10 years, okay? They are all adults. I'm very honest with them and transparent about my experiences. So I've literally given open blueprints on how to support women and help women throughout their lives so that they can actually get into where they're supposed to be. Listen, tap in or don't tap in. The women who are attached to my obedience are going, and they continue to go higher and higher. My receipts are long, okay? Hey, my love. Today we're talking about feminine self-mastery, mastering the feminine. And we're talking about the skills that need to be mastered currently that you should be investing. See, when everybody's looking around like right now, it's time where people are buying stuff and doing this and doing that. This is the time for you to really be focusing and mastering, honestly, these skill sets. Let me get over here so I can make sure my phone doesn't die, because I want to make sure I'm putting this on the charger. I mean, not my phone, my iPad. Because I don't want it to die on me. Or am I just going to have to plug it back here? I think so. Let me know in the comments where you are watching from before I go ahead and get into this while I'm plugging this up. Wait, can I plug it over here? I think I'm going to move this. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Move this and plug it. Let me see. I'm looking. Hey Los Angeles, hey Detroit, hey California, hey Vegas, hey Tennessee. Okay. Hey Texas, hey Houston, hey Georgia. All right. We are talking about, and I'm going to get into feminine self-mastery skills that really need to be mastered. Hey Denver, hey Memphis. Really need to be mastered if you want to up-level your business in 2024, your dating roster in 2024, 2023, really. Your relationships in general, your health, or bask in the soft life style for real, you're going to have to master these skill sets. The soft life is rooted in order and structure. That's what they don't tell you on this app. Hear me again. The soft life is rooted in order and structure. Order and structure creates ease. Ease is what you see, us experiencing. You just feel like, oh, it's just that. That's what it does. And so I'm going to tell you the things that you need to be investing in and considering, okay, that's really going to support you in this. Hey, Alabama. Let me say, make sure somebody. Hey, Memphis again. Hey, Ohio. All right. Okay. So 3-part success strategy system. Obedience is, this is what I teach my clients and I live by. Obedience to spiritual law is number 1. Okay. So that looks like scripture for me. You may not feel like spiritual law is real, but let me tell you something. It's very active, and it's a lot of the reasons why you're manifesting the things you're manifesting in your life. If you don't have money right now and you're saying that you're a believer and you're broke and you're constantly like having cycles of being broke, I can tell you right now there's a violation of spiritual law happening. Because the Most High says in scripture that the Most High will supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory. You not having, you being in lack, you being broke, that's a complete oxymoron to that makes the Most High sound like a liar, and the Most High is not a liar. So there's something that is happening. We have to check and see what's going on. A lot of times when people have blocks, when it comes down to money, it comes from a spiritual block that they've created. For example, let's just say something, a random bill or something crazy came across you, and you just start freaking out about it. You start worrying about it. You start scrounging around trying to figure out how you're going to get it. You doing this, you doing that. You already are in spirit violation of spiritual law. Here's how you violated spiritual law. In scripture, it tells you not to worry, because it tells you not to worry, and it also tells you how is worrying going to add an hour of life to your actual life. It doesn't. Worrying actually takes an hour from your life. So scientifically, let's talk about this for a second. Everything that I tell you is going to come from scripture, science, and psychology, okay? So let's go ahead and talk about it. I talked about how it is in scripture. It tells you not to worry. So let me give you some science about how the worrying does you. When you worry, as a woman, you activate, right? You activate the cortisol hormone. The cortisol hormone is nothing but a stress hormone. It puts your body in flight or fight response, okay? So when you're worried and you're stressed and you're throwing your whole body in stress, which is throwing your body into throwing your body out of balance. That's the first thing that's happening, okay? So when you worry, it weakens your immune system, which makes you more susceptible to illnesses. It makes you sick. This is why the Most High tells you in scripture, worrying, is it going to add an extra hour to your life? No, it's actually not going to add an extra hour to your life. It's going to take time off of your life because it makes you more open. It makes you more susceptible to illnesses because your immune system is weak due to the stress of you worrying. You are in violation of spiritual law, which has thrown your mind out of whack with your thoughts, overthinking about how you're going to get this done, which has you feeling anxious, believing that this is not going to happen, which is rooted in fear, which are blocks. That is 3 blocks that you have created between you and the money you want. Right there. Right there. Yes, I do work with money issues. I help people remove them. That's why my clients are able to 10x their income quicker than most. Okay, because you have to remove these things. So obedience to spiritual law would be, okay, the Most High supplies all of my needs according to his riches and glory. I cannot tell you how many women have emailed me, who have sent me messages saying that they wanted to be in my course and that they were trusting the Most High and they wanted to do this. And all of a sudden they manifested and got a check exactly for the amount that they needed to either get into my masterclass, get into my program, or something just happened. They got it randomly because they were manifesting it. I'm telling you, it is the blocks. The money is not the issue. It's the blocks in between that create the money issues, okay? And it's our emotions behind that. So when you are obeying spiritual law, you understand the Most High is going to supply all my needs. As a business owner specifically, if you are an entrepreneur, that really got to be your move. If you are a believer, listen, she said, me, I'm one of those women. Praise the Most High. So that's what I'm saying. Hey, my love. So that's what I'm saying. When you really obey spiritual law and you take worry off the pedestal, I want you to really think about a time that the Most High let you just go, let you be down, like you didn't have no solution, no nothing. The Most High don't leave you out there by yourself. Everything always seems to work itself out. So what is that worrying really doing for you? It's making you sick. So violation, obedience to spiritual law is very important. So that's the first part of my success strategy system. The second thing is understanding the science of yourself and understanding the science of everything else around you. I'm finna tap on some nerves with this one, okay? So let's go ahead and get into it. When I'm saying understanding the science of yourself, that means that you don't just bleed 5 to 7 days a month, sis. You have 4 phases in your menstrual cycle. 4 phases: follicular, luteal, menstrual, ovulation. Those are 4 different cycles, and there are 4 different phases that your body is going through each one of those. When you understand the science of each one of those, guess what you can do? Keep weight off easier. Guess what you can do? Eat according to what you need to be eating and according to those phases. What you gonna do? Not be moody, because your emotions are not gonna be all over the place, because you're gonna be balanced. What you gonna do? Not be out here PMSing or nothing like that, or even having heavy periods, because you are taking care of yourself. yourself the way you need to be taking care of yourself. See, it's a different kind of thing when you understand the science of yourself. When you understand the science of yourself, you move different, you operate different, you glow different. But not just understanding the science of everything yourself, but also understanding the science of everything else around you. Let's start with the earth. You are connected to everything that is on this earth, from the earth itself to the water, to the fire, to the air you breathe, the fire, the warmth in your blood, the water in your body that makes up the majority of your body. Let's get into it. And then let's just talk about earth in general. You are connected to everything else around you. So outside of the earth, let's also talk about the counterpart that you are connected to, that you should understand the science of yourself and understand the science of men. See, a lot of women claim that they want to be in a relationship with men. A lot of women claim that they want this tribe of supportive men. A lot of women claim all of these things, but you don't take the time to understand men. You just take the whole thing that the men are from Mars and women from Venus. We just different. How about trying to understand the differences? Because here's the reality that we actually have to understand. Okay? Here's what we actually have to understand. Men communicate differently. We communicate differently. Men deal with problems differently. We deal with problems differently. We are both equal in power. We are very different in design. In order, if you want to be with a man, especially long term, you want to date, you want to be healthy out here, you might want to understand the dynamics of how men operate. Because we do not operate the same. And when you try to do things as a woman, when you are approaching a man, it doesn't really work like that, okay? You can click the link in the bio and be able to access every single course that I have. It should be a link in my bio. Let me know if you don't see the link in my bio. I'll have someone pin it for me in the comments. But that is literally what that is. You have to understand the science of what you say you desire and what you say you want. There's a science to men. Men operate very logistically. Their first mind is to operate in left brain. A lot of millennial women, especially over the last 40 years or more, about 45 years or so, a lot of us have been taught to go, achieve. We've been taught to live in left brain energy. Men naturally live in left brain energy. This is why you can't find yourself a man who seems to be grounded, who seems to be analytical, who seems to be logistical, who seems to take care of you and be okay with taking care of you, to literally be a provider, protector, and all that. Because in your mind, left brain, you've been taught to be all of these things. You've been taught to live in left brain energy. I was raised like that. I was raised on achievement. I have a bachelor's, I have a master's, I have this. And all of these things, as I achieved them, they were great and they are good. But I found my identity in these things. Left brain energy is masculine, more what people consider to be masculine energy. The action taking, the logistics, the critical thinking, all of those things, the achievement, all of that is very left brain energy, okay? Left brain energy is mainly how men operate primarily out of, due to programming and training from a lot of our parents and a lot of different things that shifted. A lot of women have now come out and we are more in the space of left brain energy. But what has happened with these women who are mainly residing in left brain energy is that they crave that naturalness, their true, where they're supposed to be living, which is right brain energy, that nurture, those feelings, that intuition, that creativity, all of those things. They're yearning for that. They're yearning for that. They're yearning for partnership. And when they're getting in partnerships, it's not working because they are the ones who are in the lead when they really want to be led, but they don't know how to sit over here in the authentic space that is them, okay? But that comes to understanding the science of yourself, which is what I teach my clients. You have to understand the science of yourself and the science of everything around you, from the way the earth operates, from the way men operate. If you want to coexist and be in healthy relationship, that is what's going to have to happen, okay? So that's the second part of the success strategy. The third part of the success strategy that I teach my clients is knowing your personal psychology. It is your responsibility to close the gap from the women that came before you. We as women, especially a lot of women of color, we have a lot of mom and daughter issues, okay? We have a lot of mom and daughter issues. We got a lot of family drama with the women in our families and our lineage and all of these things. You are going to have to do your own work by taking your trauma-colored, rose-colored glasses off and viewing the people who reared you around you as human beings that happen to be your parents, okay? It is your responsibility to see the things that they did, not in a form of judgment based on your opinion, because you ain't living their life, okay? So what it really is that you're searching and you're looking at what they did and how you can close the gap. Because while you are judging them, you are going to simply repeat the process over and over again. Oh, you didn't like the men she chose? Let's look at the men you choosing now. Oh, you don't like how she was living her life and she was messy? Let's look at how messy you are now. See, the reality of the situation is, in our parents, there are beautiful things that they gave us, and there are some things that we have to go and throw in the trash. And it's your responsibility to do the assessment and the true work to actually assess to see what needs to go in the trash and what needs to be kept. Okay, because the key thing is very, very important for you to know your personal psychology so that you do not repeat these things. So again, the reason why my clients are able to be so successful, they follow this strategy, they live it to a T. They obey spiritual law because I teach it in everything. Okay, they understand the science of themselves, and they understand the importance of understanding the science of everything else around them, from the earth to men. Okay, they know their personal psychology in order for them not to repeat the things that came before them. They actually are putting their family back on the path of abundance, which is actually their birthright, according to John 10:10. Okay, that is the work that is being done. That's how my clients are able to do what they need to do to the next level. So no, it's not a quick fix. But to see, the thing is, when you come in and you start doing the work immediately, you do see immediate results. You absolutely do see immediate results. I have women who come in who do extremely well. In the first month, I've had clients cash in $15,000 in less than 30 days. I've had clients to come in 3 months down the line and they don't really start working, and then they end up building their business. They end up going from 5 figures to 6 figures. It's about removing the things that are in your way. It's not that you can't actually get these things. You can obtain anything you really want to obtain. It's literally up to you. Okay, but you have to master certain things, and you have to become a master. You can't be a slave to a master. And at this day and age, slavery is mental. It's mental. Society, slavery is mental. That's why it's very important for you to be rooted and secure in your spiritual beliefs, because out of your beliefs comes security or insecurity. But if you have no secure spiritual foundation, society can tell you anything about you. You will digest it. You will accept it, even if it's damaging, even if it's dangerous, even if it's a lie. And let me help you out for the people who look like me. Ain't it been a bunch of lies been told of? That's why a lot of these laws have been created, to keep us bound and to hurry up and usher us into prison. Ain't a lot of these laws been created based on lies of what they believe about who we are and how we are? So if that's the case, we understand how dangerous it is for you to believe a lie, which you should be questioning everything that anyone is telling you out here in these streets. Period. Okay? Because it's very, very important that you understand that. So let's go ahead and get into this feminine mastery. Again, this is for women who want to up-level their businesses, their dating roster, their relationships, their health, and they want to bask in the soft girl lifestyle. Okay? This is really for you. And let me also say this too before I tap into this. My lives are for women who want to change their lives, not complain about them. Okay? Be clear. My lives are for women who are ready to invest their time, energy, attention, and money into becoming better women instead of bitter women. Okay? So that they can not only create soft lives, but actually sustain them. I'm all about you having what you want, but I'm about you keeping it. Because feminine women are about legacy and they're about longevity. And so the things that I'm going to tell you that are necessary for you to master so that you up level and actually have these things are key skill sets. I definitely can help you, and all my courses can support you with these skill sets, because these are skill sets. And I think that people have forgotten about soft skills, and they think about hard skills and hard work, but it's the soft skills that keep you in the door. It's knowing how to communicate and having relationships that put your name in rooms. It's not because you're working hard like a hard working hustler. That's why they keep promoting and pushing this person over you, because they know how to do relationships and you don't know how to communicate because you ain't mastered communication yet. But let's go ahead and get into it, okay? So, number one, here's the first thing that's very, very important that you have to understand and that you have to master before 2024 and start the process now of investing in opportunities that are going to support you in doing this. The first thing that you're going to have to do is you're going to have to master your beliefs for alignment purposes. Let me tell y'all something. I know we live in a society where everyone is like, oh, let's just do whatever and do anything and believe anything and say anything. Y'all, please. If you do not believe me, I'm going to be like Kanye right now. Go do the education. Go do the education on the power of your mind. Go do the education and the research and the study about all the studies that have been done secretly on the mind and the power of the mind, and how when you believe something, you can send a frequency through your body to actually make it happen. This whole manifesting thing, it ain't just like people are like, oh, it's just witchy. It's not that. It literally is scripture and it's science. It tells you in scripture, so a man thinking in his heart, so is he. Literally, scientifically, the things that you think, the things that you focus on, the things that you visualize where you're overthinking and doing this and doing that, that is why these things end up coming to pass. In your mind is basically like a light bulb. Your brain, and I've said this before, your brain is literally the control center. Your mind is the control center of your entire body. Y'all remember Men in Black? They always had like the little aliens and they had the people sitting right here at the top. This is your control center. A lot of us don't have control of our control center because we haven't mastered our beliefs. And you can't master your beliefs because you're not rooted spiritually in anything. In anything. When you are not rooted in anything, you are literally wandering, trying to figure out, you're grasping. And that's what's happening on social media. I understand. Let me tell you, let me be real with you. I know it's hard to be a believer in 2023. I'm going to keep it 120 with you. It is. It is. I'm going to tell you why. Because a lot of the stuff that we have been taught growing up has been tradition, which is basically, and I seen a meme that said this: tradition ain't nothing but honoring dead folks. See, they really wasn't tapped in. A lot of people really weren't tapped into scripture. We were taught text. We were taught text. And because we were taught text and we didn't know how to apply or actually implement these things or tap in, we found ourselves very confused because we're seeing people live one way, saying to do one thing, but they're living a completely different life. So we grew up seeing double lives as millennials. A lot of us did. We grew up seeing double lives. We saw our folks go to church and do one thing and say one thing and be one thing. And then we saw them come home and we actually got to see who they are. Okay? And that created a system. So guess what we did? Children do what we do. Children do what you do. So what did we do? We grew up and we started living double lives. We started growing up and we started living double lives. And then we started reaching for straws and reaching for different things, trying to find something to give us the solace. We're living in fear. We're doing this. We're scared about going to hell. We scared. All these, it's so much confusion. I get it. I 120% get it. But here's the truth of the matter. Relationship is what's key. It's cool if you don't want to believe anything that these people told you based on how they was acting or whatever. But you have a responsibility to do your own research, to search around for yourself. You got to get secure in what you believe. If you're not secure in what you believe, society will tell you who you are. That's why we have so many women out here with low self-esteem and all these different things, because they let society tell them what the standard of beauty is. When in reality, how can a system that didn't create you rate you? When you really think about that logistically, now I'm going left brain. See, this is when you get in your masculine energy, when you start asking questions of things that just don't make sense. Like, who put you in position to judge me? Who put you in hierarchy to judge me when you didn't create me? This is not really making sense. This is why you have to master your beliefs, or your beliefs will become your master. You either master your beliefs or your beliefs become your master. And some of y'all will watch a scary movie, but you scared to sit at home with your own thoughts because you understand that your thoughts are terrorizing you. That's because your thoughts are your master. That's because you're not rooted in what you believe. And not being rooted in what you believe makes you insecure. It makes you insecure. If you don't believe that this is a good relationship or this is a good man that you with, then guess what you're going to do? You're going to be insecure. So anytime you're talking to somebody or doing something that you think is this, guess what you're going to be doing? You're going to be tripping. Why? Because you're insecure. You're not rooted in your beliefs. You're not rooted in your beliefs. So the first thing that you're going to have to do is master your beliefs for alignment purposes. If you don't get your control center together, which is literally the control, your mind together, which is the control center of your body. If you don't get your mind together, then guess what? You will succumb to any and everything that somebody tells you. And I just told y'all yesterday that I was reading this book, and one of the quotes in the book says that if you are easily emotionally aroused, you can also be easily manipulated. And that's a fact. A lot of us give our power away simply because we're not rooted in what we actually believe. You let somebody else tell you something about you. The reason why people can't tell me that the Most High isn't real, because my experience and my belief is very rooted. I had an encounter. Most High check me. You understand what I'm telling you? So it's, for me, it's not a game. So I have the responsibility of living in alignment of that belief. So my life shows as an example of what the Most High actually can do, because it ain't me. You think I've been able to travel around the whole world this year and be a digital nomad and do this and do that and all this type of stuff on my own accord? I'm really not that fly though. I mean, I'm fly, but I ain't really that fly though. That's me leaning not to my own understanding. That's me trusting the Most High, saying, yeah, go here, book this flight, do this, create this, sit in here and do this. This is going to expand you here. This is what this is. This was none of the, that's it. Me being rooted in my beliefs. Trust me. Trust me enough to follow me. I got you. I know it ain't making sense, but get on this plane. Boom, I get off the plane. Guess what? Somebody just paid me $5,000. Hold on. Because I could have swore we was in the red for a second. Because in business, this is what you got to understand about business. You can have $5,000 one day and $0 the next day. But not me getting off this plane like, I mean, okay, I'm just going to go ahead and do, you got this, baby. I'm getting off the plane. Strike. You just received a $5,000 payment. Hold on. That is literally what that is. But that's me being rooted in my beliefs. I'm a master of my beliefs for alignment purposes. When you are not a master of your beliefs, you live in misalignment. That's why you date the wrong, you keep attracting these type of men. That's why none of the opportunities that you're showing up for are actually working out for you. Because all of these things are misaligned because you're not rooted in your belief. You don't believe in your own ability. Why would they promote you? Let's talk about it. Why would they promote you to the next level when you don't even believe you worthy? You don't believe you worthy because you feel like you got to kiss somebody behind. You got to overact. You got to perform for somebody to like you instead of standing in the full vibration that you are and allowing opportunities to come to you. People will come to you when you being you. See, the world is tired of seeing clones. See, everybody cloning. Everybody wearing wrestling outfits and spandex. Everybody's looking the same. Everybody's doing the same thing, X, Y, Z, and calling themselves individuals when the reality is that not. How you can tell somebody is different, the frequency is different. Their life results is different. You can tell somebody who literally has mastered their beliefs because their life is in alignment. Misalignment shows that you're not a master of your belief. Your beliefs are actually your master. So if you are wanting to up-level these relationships, up-level your business, up-level your dating roster, if that's what you want, up-leveling your health, you want up-level to get to a point where you're in a soft girl lifestyle, guess what? You're going to have to master your beliefs. You're going to have to make a decision whether or not you're going to believe your mama when she told you or the people told you that you wasn't going to be nothing. You're going to let that be your leading belief, or you're going to stand in the fullness that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'm not going to lean to my own understanding. I'm going to ask the Most High with full confidence using the law of assumption, and I'm going to talk that and I'm going to roll with it. Because that's the reality. Because that's how much faith that I have. Okay? So when you master your beliefs are not your master. So, huge difference. So that's the first thing. Invest in courses, invest in books, invest in things that are going to help you master your beliefs, because mindset is 100% of the battle. 100%. Fighting your mind. What I love about the Most High so much is the Most High is such a gentleman in that aspect. Will open doors for me. Will roll out the red carpet for me. But the one thing that you have to honor and respect about the Most High is not going to bust down the door of your mind to get you to believe and understand that you are that girl. Not going to do it. Going to let you make a decision to decide to believe that or not believe it. If you take a position to immediately believe what society tells you, I just challenge you to take a second to take the opportunity to try to even believe what the Most High is telling you about you, that you're beautifully and wonderfully made. Why you want to listen to society telling you ugly? Like, why? Why we want to listen to society that's telling you ugly and they didn't even create you? But yet you have your creator telling you beautifully and wonderfully made, and you listen to another creation telling you ugly. They don't even know they're beautifully and wonderfully made. They don't know who they are. Why are you offended? Why are you offended? Why are you mad? They're not a master of their beliefs. Okay? Second thing that you're going to have to do that's extremely important when it comes down to self-mastery, if you're wanting to really up-level your business, your dating roster, your relationships, your health, and bask in a soft girl lifestyle, you're going to have to learn how to master your emotional responses by elevating your emotional intelligence, also known as your EQ. Let me tell you something, baby. Toxic is only cute on TV. High-level men, high-value men, all whatever you want to call them, men who do this, they don't play games with toxic women. They don't. And I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you because I'm surrounded by them all the time in my industry. Those men are very serious. They're not going to play with you because, one, they know they got options. They're not about to play this toxic game. You don't know how to articulate what you want. You trying to get him to figure out what you want. Not going to play the game with you. Grown women need to only apply for those type of relationships because it requires a level of emotional intelligence that, honestly, most men really don't have off the bat. So you're going to have to know how to move. See, a lot of times you're like, well, he just not emotionally this. He not emotionally that. No, baby, you don't know how to put that man in his heart. That's true tea. That's true tea. See, we all have left brain and right brain energy, and we all have feelings, and we all have hearts. The thing is, if that man is not tapped into his heart with you, it's because you have not evoked that, or either there is something off within that brother where he can't access that. Either way, you need to get out the way. Either way, you need to get out the way because that's not for you. But the reality is that you're going to have to master your emotional responses. Little miss, I got to get the last word. Little miss, you just going to respect me. Little miss, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and this and that. Like, you wildin'. You're going to be by yourself. Because nobody wants to deal with somebody who's unstable. Hell, I don't want a friend that's unstable emotionally. Let's get into it. You can't be my friend and you all over the place every time. You got to always clack back. You got to always say something. Listen, you don't understand patience. You don't understand. You don't have the spiritual fruit of patience understanding. It's about how you act while you waiting. It's not that you sitting there waiting. It's about how you act while you waiting. So if you lack the emotional intelligence to manage your emotional responses, you're not going to up-level your business. People ain't going to want to work with you. You crazy. You ain't crazy. You're not going to up-level your dating roster because only people who like toxic people are toxic people. The only people who like toxic people are other toxic people. Okay? So you're not going to up-level these things if you cannot manage your emotional responses. You ain't finna have no good dating roster. Ain't no good men. That's because I put men in the same category. If you don't have access to quality men around you, that's your fault. Say what you want, feel how you feel. I'm going to tell you again. Because when I didn't have them around me, it was my fault too. So it ain't just you. It was my fault too. Okay? I said it again. If you don't have quality men around you that you can call on to be able to support you, if something happens, a flat tire, you just need to sit, whatever the case may be, baby, that's on you. You haven't built that out. You haven't made yourself available for that. You haven't shown vulnerability. You know how to manage your emotional responses. You snap out asking somebody why they ain't do nothing for you instead of being honest and being vulnerable and saying, you know what, I would really appreciate this because this makes me feel whatever. Because what you don't understand about men, because you don't understand the science of men, is that men really want to please you. Men really want to make you happy. Men really want to be a hero to you. That's if they really want you. But see, this is why you should only want things that want you and like people who actually like you instead of trying to like people who don't like you. That's why you end up overgiving, overdoing, mismanaging your emotional responses and wondering why you keep coming up short. That's it right there. Because you are not a master of your emotions. You are actually a slave to them. You are not a master of your emotional responses. You are actually a slave to them. I can't help the way I feel. Ooh, but you can though. That's the trick. But you can though. You have a choice about what enters and gets to stay in your mind. Okay? When you allow certain thoughts to stay in your mind and you choose to overthink about them and those things root themselves in your heart and you get all these overwhelming emotions and different things like that, all that negative energy and emotion that's attacking your organs, basically causing stress and different things like that. And don't let you get in a space where you unforgiveness. That unforgiveness energy gets stuck in your joints. You ever wonder why people suffer? See, there is a root to a lot of these illnesses and different things, and there's a lot of things that we've allowed into our bodies. a lot of different elements of stress. All because you don't know how to manage your emotional responses. You don't know how to stick to your boundaries. You don't understand that you're a currency. You are not drained because of that job. You are not drained because of that man. You are not drained because of those kids. You are not drained because of that business. You are drained because you don't know how to say no. You are drained because you don't listen to your intuition. You are drained because you do not let your yes be yes and your no be no, like scripture tells you. You are drained because you people pleasing, because you want to look like a good person. That is why you're drained. You are drained because you mismanage your vulnerabilities, the highest forms of your vulnerabilities, which is your time, your energy, and your attention. And that's why you feel like somebody owe you something when they don't give you what it is that you want. But it is you that is the mismanager of yourself. You. Don't get mad at him. You mad at you. You ain't mad at him because you knew better. You ain't mad at him. You ain't mad that you gave him the opportunity. You knew you wasn't supposed to give him the opportunity. You mad at yourself because you took the opportunity anyway when you went against yourself. See, that's how you played yourself. That man didn't play you. Stop lying on him. Stop trying to make him feel bad. Stop trying to make him have a closure conversation with you. Ain't. For what? Don't owe you. You owed you. That's the truth. You owed you by managing your emotional responses before you hopped in bed with him. Because when you operate from a spirit of desperation, you do dangerous things. My mama always said a desperate person is a dangerous person. And see, in the spirit of desperation, you operate because you're coming from a space of lack. Lack is a mindset. Lack is a mindset that's opposite of your birthright, which is actually abundance, which is plentiful, which is said in John 10:10. So if you are experiencing lack, that's why. That's why. Because you should not lack. It don't make sense. Not if you're saying you believe it. It don't make sense. I'm just saying. Number 3. So once you master your beliefs for alignment purposes, and you master your emotional responses by elevating your IQ, you need to master your finances by elevating your income potential and investing at a high level. Let's talk about it. We invest in the cheapest things. Do y'all not understand and see? And I ain't got no problem with Shein, Fashion Nova, Boohoo, and all these other people who make cheap clothes, right? Because I give me some here and there too. I ain't got a problem. But here's what we have to understand. At some point in time in your life, you have to start investing in quality things. And most importantly, you might want to start investing in things that are going to provide you with a higher quality of life. Let's get into it, okay? And these clothes really ain't going to cut it. You're going to be real cute. But the reality of the situation is you really need to master and invest in things that are going to take you to a high level that is more quality. And yes, at times that's going to start off maybe as more quality clothing and different things like that. But I'm speaking more so of investing in things that are going to make you more of an income increasing asset. I am income increasing asset. A person can ask me a question. I can tell you 5 different ways how we're going to make money from it. I'm an extremely strong, valuable asset to a man who knows what to do with me, which is why I don't invest my time, energy, attention, and money in men who don't know what to do with me, my love. I don't do that because I am a asset. I will amplify whatever that man brings to me. If he already has bread, guess what, baby? We're going to get more bread, right? Because I got $1 million mind. You understand what I'm telling you? So the thing about it is when you master your finances by literally elevating your income, tapping into your gifts, finding and figuring out that you don't have to get a whole nother job. You don't have to do this. You may have to create a product or a service, which I'm going to get into that a little bit down the line. But what is that really going to look like for you? And what do I need to invest in that's going to make me better? There are people who are doing a lot of work when it comes down to teaching around insurance and how people are investing in that and how to get a return on that. Where is your money going? Because if you buying a tire on Afterpay, Klarna, and Shein every month, and that's what your focus is, how is that getting you to the next level? How is that helping you master your finances? Unless you get some fire outfits to go somewhere so you can speak and get to the bread, what we doing? Because you got enough clothes. Your closet falling out with clothes and shoes. You bopping every time. It's happening. But are you a master of your finances, or are you just emotionally buying because you think something looks cute, is going to make you feel good in the moment? Are you investing in things that are going to take you to the next level? We are entering into a digital society. The dollar finna go. That's the only time I'm finna say this on this live. The dollar finna go. Are you investing in digital currency? Do you know the different things that you need to be investing in outside of Bitcoin? Because that ain't it. There are other things. Do you understand blockchain? Are you preparing yourself for this shift? Or are you going to wake up in the morning and all your money going to be gone and you're going to realize and be looking crazy because ain't no money in the bank and because the bank that took your money and there's no money and everybody's looking nuts? Because it's coming. It's coming. And you can let them in their whole little thing. Oh, y'all, your last year, earlier this year, they was having issues with the bank. People, money was being taken. Oh, you think that's going to be the last time? You think that's going to be the last time? Oh, wait. Y'all do realize we about to enter into an election year, right? You do realize there's always something that pops off right before, in the midst of all of that going on. Better know what time it is. Better know what time it is. Better know how to master your emotions, your emotional responses that you just want to up and buy and do things. Better master your finances by figuring out how to elevate your income potential, as well as how you can invest on a high level, what you need to be budgeting in, what you be doing. See, one thing about me is every time I make money every week, I'm always investing in particular coins and different things that have been advised to me of the people that I'm in the industry with that do extremely well in these areas. What are you doing and how are you mastering your finances? How are you preparing? Feminine women are legacy minded. What are you doing to preserve and protect your legacy? If you are focusing and waiting on your 9 to 5 to do it for you, you're going to be waiting and you're going to play yourself. Your 9 to 5 should not be your only income producing activity. I'm sorry, it should not be. You were given creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8 and 12. You being broke and you feeling like you need to work extremely hard to be able to get this little check when you have income increasing potential in your very being that you won't tap into is foolish. And you are slapping the Most High in the face, and you are going to be held accountable for the gifts, for the things that you have been given that you didn't do. Y'all remember the story? Well, oh boy, when they was giving all that, they was giving the talent, they was giving the money, they was giving all this, and they ain't do nothing with it. One of them buried it because he was scared, because he thought he was going to lose it. And guess what he lost instead of his life? The other ones went flipped it because they weren't scared. So some of us sitting back and you being scared, and you really need to tap into mastering. You're going to have to master your finances as a feminine woman. Because let me tell you something. All of this talk about, yes, let's get a rich man. Let's get a man with a, he needs to have 6 figures. If you can't, listen, if you can't manage your own money, you ain't going to be able to manage a household with a man with money. Let me tell you something. A man of resources, a man of means is not going to let you run his money in the world. Run it down. He's not going to let you do that. You can't have the mindset like, yeah, I need a rich man. And you're not an asset. You don't even know how to expand that money. You don't even know how to spread that. If something happened to that man, you don't even know what to do. That's wild. You have to become a master of finances to understand how these things work, at least how to create income for yourself. When you lose a job, it should not be your end all be all. You should be able to lean on one of your gifts. Let me tell you something. If anything happened, at any time, I have several sets of gifts and skills that I could utilize and operate on. I'm a hell of a makeup artist. I'm a bridal artist at that. And I did that for years. I don't even do makeup anymore. But let's just say I wanted to go back. I could go pick up a brush. I have 69 hours left in esthetician school. I stopped because my coaching business was taking off very well. I can go back and get my 69 hours and I can just do facials if that's what I want to do. Okay? The way I've created my business and I structure things, I teach my clients make money, right? So I can teach them how to remove these blocks and create products so that they can be able to get more money. I'm never concerned about if I'm going to do something, if I can get something. So when things close down for you, if you could cook, what did you mean you don't? Okay, they fired you. Okay, baby, you finna go get this last little thing and start making plates and selling these plates, because how about this money finna come in? Until you can get to your next level and hire people to where you're doing it. And then you can tell the story at night. Next thing you know, everybody else selling your place and you sitting at home. There are so many different things that you could be doing and creating for yourself as a woman. You should not be out here hustling, working hard, and exhausting yourself to oblivion. I'm sorry. If you're doing that, that's because you're not a master of your finances. You are a slave to money. And the only way you become a slave to money is when you put money on a pedestal. I need us all to take money off the pedestal. You are the money. You are the money. That's why there's a human resource department. We talk about this all the time. You are the human resource that gets them to their goal. If all the human resources decided not to go to work today, guess what the company going to do? Have a horrible day, baby, because the money is going down, okay? But see, people don't believe in that, so they keep going and work hard because they have you trained to thinking you need to work hard and compete to be able to get money. You don't have to do that. You are money. What you have to do is actually tap in. What you have to actually do is get into the right frequency, which is kingdom. You have the kingdom of heaven within you. When you going to start acting like it? Master your beliefs for alignment purposes. Please. Master your emotional responses by elevating your emotional intelligence. And by all means, please master your finances by elevating your income potential, as well as investing in things that are at a high level that are going to hone in and elevate your skills and make you more valuable. I've already told you, you already currency. Your time, energy, attention, and money. You ain't finna lack none of these things. You need to tap in. You need to really, really tap in, okay? So hire people, invest in things that are going to elevate your skill set, all right? Never ever chase a bag, baby, because we don't chase no bags over here. Here's the fourth. Now, the fourth thing that is very important that you need to master, okay? If you want to up-level your business, your dating roster, your relationships, your health, and you want to just bask, or you just want to bask in the soft girl lifestyle, you're going to have to master your communication skills. Y'all, please. We are not great communicators like we think. A lot of women that I talk to, you suck at communication. I'm just going to tell you the truth. Suck at communication, okay? You think because you're expressing what you feel that you are communicating. And that's just that on that. That's not a conversation. Communication requires a conversation, my love. What you are doing is expressing your feelings. There is no callback. So when we're talking, let's give an example of communication real quick, just in the form of a conversation, okay? Communication looks like a person expressing whatever's going on. This person actively listening. Let's talk about active listening, ladies. A lot of us don't actively listen because you already got your response in your mind about what you about to say to him and da. Your mind not even clear to be able to hear what's happening because your feelings are truth, when in reality, your feelings ain't truth. Now, they're valid because you feel them. That don't make them truth, though. But because you done wrapped yourself in your emotions, because you a slave to your emotions, by the time you get to the conversation, this person is trying to tell you what's going on. You're not actively listening. You're selective listening. And you know when people are selectively listening, they listen for that one thing for you to say, for them to get offended, and they're going to hone in on that one thing, the whole conversation, and miss the whole point, all because you're not actively listening. And so then people will say, well, what if I forget what I'm going to say? I need to keep that in my mind. Let me tell you something, baby. Let me tell you something. If it was meant for you to say, the Most High gonna make sure you don't forget what you need to say, okay? It must not have been that deep. You was finna get out your bag and get out of pocket, and you didn't need to go there. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. That must have been what was about to happen. Because it's not something that you had to say. You clear your mind so you can actually hear. So this person is speaking. This person is actively listening. When this person gets done speaking, the person who is actively listening is going to recall back what the person saying the issue is. This person is going to actively listen just in case they need to correct something, okay? So they're listening, and let's just say you missed something. So if there's a correction, this person is going to come back and clear up what needs to be corrected, okay? And then this person going to be actively listening. So when they actively listen and they call it back, from my understanding of what you said was blah, 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 blah. Yes. So guess what happens then? Then you guys can get on one accord. And then guess what the wa-la-la is? Clarity. Now we have clarity. So now we know what direction we're moving in. We can move in a positive direction. A lot of y'all are not communicators. A lot of y'all suck at communication. I'm telling you the truth. Men don't be lying on us. A lot of us don't listen. That's not a lie. It's not a lie. Because y'all will get on the thing with me and not be listening. You're going to tell me what you're going to do, but you can't even see me. You want to go, and that'll be the thing. Y'all want to go and see your therapist and stuff like that, and then tell them how you're going to maneuver and how this is going to go. You want to try to control everything when really and truly your whole damn life you're not in control. You're not in control of your life. But you want to come over here and try to control some things by running the conversation. See, people who try to control and rule over the conversation are people who are not used to being heard. Okay? That's why you're not listening. You're not listening. You don't listen, and that's not why you're not getting what it is that you desire. And it's mainly because you really don't know how to communicate. You have not mastered communication, which is why you a slave to words. Let's go. That's why somebody can say something to you when they take you out your power just like that, because you are a slave to words. And it tells you in scripture. It tells you There's power of life and death in the tongue, and it also tells you in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Word lords over your life. You allow somebody else's word to make you a slave. They called you ugly, so now you overthinking your whole life because one person called you ugly. They said you were a failure, so now you overthinking your whole life because they said that you are a failure. That's what you're doing now. That's what's going on now. All because you accepted that belief. You aren't a master at communication. You're not communicating with yourselves. Let's go ahead and get into mastering communication and what that actually will look like. This looks like up-leveling your writing skills. Writing is a hell of a sales skill going on right now. You need extra money and you're a great writer, up-level your writing. I'm telling you right now, don't you see that the people on strike? Don't you see the actors and the writers on strike? What you waiting on? You could be offering your service right here. Up-leveling your communication looks like up-leveling your writing. Up-leveling your communication means up-leveling your learning. Because do you understand that women are the teachers? Let's get into it. Yes, men lead, women teach. Let's go. We are the teachers. We are our children's first teacher. Get into it. So your communication skills have to really be on point because guess what you're doing, sis? You're teaching children. Let's go. And what's happening right now in society is that a lot of these 20-somethings, they lack social skills because their parents weren't communicating, didn't teach them how to communicate. And then they grow up getting into these relationships with people thinking that it's normal to just communicate solely by text or to do everything via text, not really being in tune or in touch with emotions. See, a lot of these people have been positioned to learn how to not communicate. And so now we have a bunch of adults thinking they know something and know nothing at all. Up level your learning when it comes down to communication. Up level your writing when it comes down to communication. Up level your speaking when it comes down to communication. And up level your teaching when it comes down to communication. All of these things are very important. These are things that should be invested in. So you should be investing in things that are going to teach you how to communicate in a feminine manner. If you grew up and you don't know how to do that. Because let me tell you something. I didn't know how to talk to men. I didn't. I had to up-level my communication. First, I had to study them. Then I had to up-level my communication. I had to up-level my writing skills. I had to up-level my teaching skills. I had to up-level just in general, my speaking skills. All of that. Mastering your communication skills is what gets you what you want, not just with men, but just in life in general. You're able to speak to what you want as a business owner. You're able to speak to what you want and desire in a friendship. You're able to speak to what you desire and what you want in a romantic relationship. And you do it with ease because feminine women can release, receive, and reject. We don't have a problem saying no. We don't have a problem turning down dates. I turn down more dates than I go on. Get into it. Because I'm not desperate for a date. What I seek is lifetime partnership. So I don't engage in any type of anything with a man that I do not possibly see lifetime partnership in that, with marriage being a milestone on that journey of lifetime partnership. If I don't see that, I don't entertain that. So I don't waste my communication skills. I don't waste my voice. Let's go. I don't waste my words. Let's go. I don't waste my time. Let's go. I don't waste. That's too much energy. Those are vulnerabilities. Your time, your energy, your attention are your highest levels of vulnerability. Stop giving them out for free. Learn how to master these things. Learn how to master self. Okay? So again, hey, my love. So again, first and foremost, master your beliefs for alignment purposes. If you are struggling with that, I have a bundle that will support you. It's in my bio. Click the link in the bio. It's $222. It's called the Divine Alignment Bundle. It will get you absolutely right. We're going to work on that underroot issue of your family dynamics and your generational curses. We're going to break them that day. The minute you put that pen to the paper, you start doing that work. That is you getting ready to break those generational curses. The second thing we're going to do is get you in the right frequency of understanding your currency by shifting your mindset mirror challenge. Okay. Then I'm also going to teach you how to make money in the Get Passively Paid Sis workshop. So you're going to learn how to create income for yourself instead of working hard. Because who told you to do that? The fourth thing that you're going to learn is how to reprogram your habits to achieve any single goal, which is going to require you to reprogram your mind. So I'm going to teach you how your mind was programmed, and I'm going to teach you how to deprogram your mind and reprogram it with what needs to go in there so you can get your stuff done. You can click the link in the bio to be able to access that. That's the Divine Alignment Bundle. The second thing that I can tell you is when we're coming down to mastering your emotions by raising your emotional intelligence. I have a course that will support you in that. How to align with your authentic feminine design using 4 simple steps. This is for the women who have done some work and have got some stuff situated, but they are really, really ready to own their identity, become more intentional, okay? By becoming a master manifestor. That's how you become a master manifestor, by becoming intentional. And then you also obey your intuition without ceasing, without flaw. Okay, so that's very important and extremely, extremely vital. So that's the third thing. That's the second thing that I need you to understand. The third thing is I need you to understand how to. That course is $444. You can get that with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. The last two, mastering your finances and mastering your communication skills, that is in the feminine emotional skills mastery for focused women. I think that's it. Let me say, I don't want to say it wrong, but I think it should be the third block. But in that, you're going to get 3 things. You're going to get the Intelligence to Income Masterclass, where I'm teaching you how to master your money by literally becoming a master of your skill set, putting it into a product, presenting it, and literally getting that paper. That is literally how my client Rocky went from charging $250 to making up to $15,000 within the next 30 days of us working together. I think she clocked 6 the 2 weeks after we had our session, and then she clocked 8 or 9 more, but she ended up declining that. So that's what I'm saying. My clients be turning down bags. They be coming so fast and so tough. Okay. So in that particular course, that's what happened with there. And then you have the Serenity Glow Masterclass. In that masterclass, I'm teaching you how to shift your dominant vibration. So if your dominant vibration or level of consciousness is always in a state of depression, being down, doing this, doing that, congratulations, somebody just purchased a course too. If you find yourself in those states, this teaches you how to raise your vibration and stay there. So, and the reason why this masterclass is so powerful is because guess what? The next, the next war, as I know we're having war stuff going on, but the real war that's happening is a spiritual war. It's literally happening on your mind. These people want to exhaust you with all this terrible news and all this crazy stuff. They want to exhaust you so much to where you like, you know what? I don't care anymore. Do whatever, take whatever. Here, I'll take whatever. I'll do whatever. That is literally what they're trying to do. And you're going to have to become a master of your emotional state. And I'm trying to get you there now so you're not in a flip-flop, okay? In that Serenity Glow Masterclass, you're going to learn how to make a high vibrational state, your dominant vibration, that you stay there. Trust me, attracting people on the vibration of love, peace, and joy is a hell of a lot better than attracting people at a low vibrational state. When you depressed, you angry, you fear, you're going to meet somebody else in that same space as you, and you're going to have a nightmare. 2 people on the vibration of fear, y'all creating a nightmare. 2 people on the vibration of anger is going to turn into some type of domestic violence type of thing. I'm telling you what it is. Raise your vibration if you want your life to be different. Serenity Glow Masterclass is in that skill set bundle that's going to support you. The next thing that's in that skill set bundle is the Master Your Emotions the Feminine Way. If you struggle with your feminine communication, you struggle to articulate what it is that you need from men in life in general, that is going to support you in that. So if you need to master your money, and you need to master your emotions, get it down pat to where you are rooted, that particular course, the Feminine Emotional Skills Mastery, okay, session for feminine women, or bundle for feminine women, is going to support you with those 3 courses. That particular course bundle is $497. So you have $222, you have $444, you have $497, and then you also have my Digital Nomad program where women apply and I support them in becoming digital nomads. And basically they do 12 weeks with me, and at the end of the 12 weeks they'll have their first digital nomad assignment where they're going to work anywhere. I tell women all the time, if you have an online business, becoming a digital nomad is where it's at, especially with the way the world is going. You want to make sure that your investments are smart and you are doing your thing, okay? So, with all of that being said, you can click the link in the bio to be able to access any of these courses. Congratulations. Someone just purchased another course. To any of these courses or these services, drop your questions for me. Let me know in the comments what questions you have for me according to what we talked about today or any of the services or anything that I offer. My Genius Zone area of expertise are the following. I teach my amazing clients to do hustle-free business. I teach my amazing clients how to heal and remove things that are blocking them from getting what it is that they really want, whether that's an amazing relationship, whether that is amazing business, whatever that looks like for that, I support them in that. And then also as well, I support women in aligning with their authentic feminine essence as women. So any questions in the form of femininity, making money by way of being hustle-free, or what else? Healing. Hey, I just jumped in what bundle to use. I suggest that everyone starts with the alignment bundle, and you get a one-on-one session with me in that one too. So all of them you get one-on-ones with me, but that one is a really good start. And I tell people when they purchase the product to go ahead and work the first part, which is the Create the Life You Desire mini course, then schedule out your session with me so we have something to work with, so I can help you maneuver through the rest of it if possible. But you're feel free to go straight into it, but that part for sure I want you to get into it, because I got to know what you want and how I can support you, because that's really, really important in that process. So start with the alignment bundle. If you've done the alignment bundle, how to align with your authentic feminine design is definitely the next step up. It's going to get you rooted in your beliefs, rooted in your femininity, rooted in your identity. You're going to understand you a first class experience. Ain't no more, oh yeah, I'm just go. If 50-50 ain't your thing, then 50-50 ain't your thing. And we only see people who not 50-50 not our thing. You understand what I'm saying? So it literally is you aligning with you. You don't become more feminine. You become yourself. You get realigned and reacclimated to who you are as a woman. And that's what I support you in doing. Thank you, my love. So it's very, very powerful work that we do over here. It's not a quick fix, but it definitely supports you and it definitely works. My testimonials are true and real. So what questions do you have for me? I don't have any men on my roster and I want to build that up. Girl, we about to build it up then. Especially because thank you so much. Especially because you're about to be on assignment. Kendra is actually one of the amazing women who is in my Feminine Solar Cycle System Digital Nomad program. So she actually is going to be getting her Digital Nomad assignment closer towards the end of this year. And I'm really excited about what's going to happen for her and what she is going to do. So that program alone, y'all, it's a 4-figure investment. It's absolutely worth it. It is so amazing, y'all. And if you're interested in the digital nomad journey and you're not quite ready to invest, but you want to know more about it, sign up for my newsletter. I'm literally taking you on a journey through it. Thank you, Kendra. You're so sweet. Thank you so much. People, thank you so much. I received that compliment. But please click the link in the bio and join and subscribe at least to the newsletter while I'm taking you on the journey with me. I missed the October 1st, but the email said we can get in. Yes, you can. Yes, you still can get in, Erin. Are you on the Erin? Have you subscribed to the newsletter yet? Yes, you still can get in. I still have a couple of spots available. Okay, absolutely perfect. So we have a couple of spots available for women who are ready. You literally changed my life already. Oh, I'm about to start crying. Y'all, I can't be crying on a thing today. Yeah, I know every month, at least once a month, y'all be getting me. Thank you so much. All praise to the Most High. But yes, what questions do you guys have for me? Girl, I'm learning so much about dating. I'm between the porch and walking to the mailbox. I'm crying. I know this. Listen, it's okay. It is okay. You do what is comfortable for you, baby. Sometimes you got to sit on the porch before we get outside. Sometimes you just got to scope out the scene first. Ain't nothing wrong with that. How to feel enough when you get rejected. So sad. I'm sorry. Well, let me first tell you this. The best thing that's going to help you with this is understanding the law of duality. The law of duality basically is like, there's one and there's the other. There's good, there's bad, there's, all that type of stuff. There's male, there's female, masculine and feminine. So with rejection, the opposite of that is acceptance. And so in order to remain balanced, we have to understand that both is required. There are people who are who reject me, right? Who don't want anything to do with me, who are viled by me. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that because I'm being myself, and I would much rather have people align with me who actually want to be with me because I'm being me versus me being something else. So the rejection is actually a lot of times a blessing because it's normally either that person or that situation was not for you. You either were not the person for that particular situation, or that's not something that you can manage and it really isn't in alignment with you. And all three of those things save you. They save you. So how I deal with rejection, like if someone gets on a call with me and they're like, oh, I don't want to work with you, I don't take that personally. That's not about me. It's about the other party. And the thing is, they may be saying no, and I might be, if I try to push it and pull them and tell them to come, this might be the client from hell. They drive me crazy. They do this and that, do that. And so I just look at it like it's a blessing, truthfully. Whatever you were trying to save me from, whatever I was not ready for, whatever this was, I'm not mad at it. I accept it. Because guess what? You want the rejections. Because the more rejections that's coming in, that's what lets you know how closer you are to actually getting your acceptance. See, when people tell me no, baby, I'm just talking to the wrong person. It's cool. It's cool. I'm talking to the wrong person. This is making room for the right person to come into this space. So it's all good. It's all good. That's how. I love it here, Divine. Thank you so much. I'll praise to the Most High. Let me see. Who an older lady yelled at me at work the rest of the day? I was just quiet. Baby, and you know what? When people when people lose control like that of themselves, because they don't have control of themselves, they don't have control of their emotional responses, I just look as well. Because to yell, let me help y'all out too. To yell as a woman is a very masculine energy. It's left brain energy. Men exert their power through rah, rah, rah and physicality. Okay? Men exert their power through rah, rah, rah and physicality. I use the example all the time of a child jumping on the bed. Dad coming there, get yo off the bed, right? He hops off the bed. But of course, when dad gone, what he doing back on the bed? Mom comes in there. She don't say a word. She just stand there until I guess he just feels the presence of her. He turns around, he looks. They lock eyes. She don't say a word. Guess what he do? Get off the bed. Both of those elements were powerful, but different in how they perform and operated from those powers. So when a woman is yelling and going off, she's in her masculine. The way that she gonna feel crazy is for you to just look at her while she yelling. And as soon as she get done yelling, is everything okay? Because I noticed that you raised your voice and I just was trying to understand. Are you okay? Because imagine how crazy a person looks by yelling at you. And you just sitting there. They have given your power to you. Do you know that there are people who do stuff on purpose to piss you off just so you can get a reaction? And see, this is what you got to start asking yourself. What type of person or what type of entity is residing in this temple? Because we are temples. What type of entity residing in this person's temple would want me to get out of pocket? Does not feel like an entity that is from the Most High. It actually feels like an entity of someone who's trying to steal my joy, kill my confidence, destroy opportunities. It's given steal, kill, and destroy. It's given they working for the op. It's given they working for the enemy. And when you tap into it, you play with the enemy, y'all both just finna play. Instead of you let them exert all their power, not you. The feminine influence is not even loud. It's excellent. It's energetic. It's you can't play with me on my good day. It's not shaken or stirred. Get into it. Okay? So, let's see. I'm going to these. How to attract a man in the first date, maybe 30 minutes to an hour. I want to make him want me. Can't make nobody want you who don't want you. I only want things that want me. And see, how I operate is like this. First and foremost, I am a muse, which means I am a source of art. I am a source of inspiration. I am art. So if I don't, my presence alone does not evoke this man to want to take care of me, want to do things for me, want to open doors, want to protect me, want to serve me, truly want me, I'm not even being in his presence. I only date men and deal with men who treat me like I'm their dream girl. Period. Point blank, period, the end. I had a friend that I was kicking it with the other day, and it was somewhere, and I felt like I was gonna fall, and so of course I was one of them. I was holding his arm, and as he saw stuff coming, he saw a big stick, baby. He said, "Hold on," lean down to pick it up, make sure I wasn't gonna trip over the stick. It was dark, all this time. See, if you ain't coming like that, if you ain't trying to check my door, to open my door to see if it's a snake on the other side before I get out, I ain't just talking about opening the door to the restaurant or wherever we going. Baby, you're going to have to open all doors. If you're not checking the parameters to make sure I'm good, what we doing? We're not doing anything. Because I only am attracted to men who are so enamored with me that they got to protect me because they understand the prize on their arm. I don't see nothing else. So I can't really say how to attract. You just be yourself. And the men, you become the highest version of who you are supposed to be as a woman. And the men that you want, who are attracted to that woman, who can support that woman, those are the men that you actually entertain. I don't entertain. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't do that. So I hope that helps. How do you feel about men liking girls' pictures on social media? It just kind of, it's like this. Here's the reality of things. Just because you get with somebody does not mean that they're not going to be attracted to other people. But I do think it's very important, if you're going to be in any type of relationship or marriage or whatever, there should be outliers, or there should be defined terms of what respect and disrespect looks like. If that is disrespectful to you, then that should be something that should be very clear, and you shouldn't deal with men who actually do that. Once you've expressed your dislike or your concern about that, if nothing changes, you analyze the response. And if that doesn't shift and that doesn't change, you adjust your position, or you adjust their position on your roster. You adjust their priority place. That's just what it is. Don't deal with things that you know in the long term are going to bother you or that don't work for you. Don't try to act like, oh, it's cool, it's not a big deal, I don't really care that he like these girls, when you really got a self-esteem issue and you're insecure about that. Keep it real with yourself. Keep it real with yourself and stop trying to play them kind of games. I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying be very clear and defined about what it is that you want and what you like. Congratulations. Somebody just purchased another course. Welcome. Yeah, let me see. Hey, Paris, my love. Yeah, that yellow woman want to trigger so bad reaction mood killer. And I'm going to ask her, are you okay? That's for real, though, because they don't know what to do with that when you hit them with the... Because, baby, I will be quick with it. You getting irate with me. Ooh. Because, see, back in the day, I used to be real crazy. And I would just hit you in the mouth. Like, I really was something with myself, okay? So when people act crazy, now I just be looking. Because they really be wanting to shake me so bad. They be wanting to shake me so bad. Girl, you could talk about me physically. You could talk about all that. I don't care about none of that stuff. You're not going to be able to shake me. And I'm going to look at you like, is everything okay? I mean, because you finna explain your stupidity of why you allowing me to get so much power for you. I ain't even asked for it. But you gave it to me. Are you okay? I just noticed you gave so much energy, and I just didn't think this was worth. Is everything okay? See, pick somebody else. People really want you to show up raggedy. They do. They do. Oh, it's okay, Paris. Oh, you gonna get the replay, so no worries. What other questions do you queens have for me before I get ready to go? It was impromptu. I really wasn't even gonna go live today. I wasn't feeling it at first, and then I went to go have lunch, and then I was like, you know what? Yes, I am. I'm gonna go ahead and go live and drop these gems. So that's how that happened. Thank you so much. All praises to the Most High. Everyone doesn't get access to the replay. Paris is my moderator, so she gets access to anything that basically she asks for. So thank you. All praise to the Most High. So my YouTube is not really public for everyone. If you're on my email list, every once in a while, every week I'll drop maybe an additional replay or something like that, but I don't really allow the replay to be out. Now, what I am going to start doing is there are women who have subscribed to me on TikTok that I just realized. I'm going to start allowing those women to get access to the replays. So if you've subscribed to me, you purchased like the subscription thing for me, I am going to start allowing you guys to get access to all of the replays, because I greatly appreciate you investing, and I don't want you to miss anything. I really value and I appreciate that, because you don't have to do that. So I'm going to start doing that for those queens starting next week. So The link is in the bio. Do you see it? Because somebody was saying they didn't see my link last night. And I was like, y'all don't see my link? If not, Paris, if you don't mind, can you put the link in my bio, in the comment section for me and pin it while I take the rest of these questions, and then I'm going to hop off, guys. You're welcome. All praise to the Most High. Subscribe to TikTok? Yes. Oh, no problem. No problem. Yes, the people who are subscribed to my TikTok, they will start getting all of whatever lives I do. They will have access. So those are the ones. Thank you, my love. So I'm going to start doing those next week. You're welcome. How to believe in myself, like I'm insecure, that I'm not pretty. I tell this story all the time. I didn't think I was pretty until 3 years ago. I thought I was cute. And low self-esteem really had me choosing out here wild. Ridiculously wild, okay? So you have to get rooted in your beliefs. The best thing that I can tell you about getting rooted in your beliefs is probably to grab the alignment bundle, the divine alignment bundle. And you have to get down to the bottom of why you feel like that about yourself. Who told you that? Who told you you weren't pretty? And how to challenge the lie. Because you have to make a decision to believe whoever told you that you weren't pretty, or you have to make a decision to believe the one that created you, who said actually that you're beautifully and you're wonderfully made. So the choice literally comes down to you, and it's about rerouting your mind and that belief so that you become secure. That is how I was able to do it, and I walk you through that process basically in the alignment, in the divine alignment bundle, because you literally learn how to uproot all of those beliefs and different things that are not serving you. Believing that you are not pretty and you're not attractive is not serving you, is actually teaching you to go lower, and you settle. Women who have low self-esteem settle. I don't care what they can, and it's not women who, and crazy part is, it's not even like, oh, you're not cute, thank you, my love, I have low self-esteem. No, even the most beautiful women, I've seen it to where it is beautiful women and they have the lowest of the low self-esteem, and they settle. And people looking at like, how in the world could she? Because your self-esteem, your looks have nothing to do with your self-esteem. It's about your belief about yourself. That's what people don't understand. It's never about really your looks. It's about how you feel about yourself. People are attracted to confident people. If you're not confident in your own looks, confidence is belief. So if you're not confident in yourself, then no one else is going to be confident in you and believe in you. And that's kind of how it works. So it's getting rooted in your beliefs and doing that real work. And the divine alignment bundle really can support you in that if you are prepared to do that work. So hopefully that helps. All right. It's looking like there might be the last of my questions. Click the link in the bio to be able to access any of the services that we talked about. I offer Klarna Affirm and Afterpay. Thank you, my love. Klarna Affirm and Afterpay for all of my services. And when I tell you, it's worth the investment if you do the work. If you don't do the work, you're not going to see any results. If you do the work, you will see the results, okay? Paris has pinned the link for you guys to be able to access it if you are wanting to tap in. Any questions? Any questions before I get ready to go? This live definitely is going on YouTube, and I'm probably going to send out a replay to it won't let me, it may not work. It's okay. I'm probably gonna end up sending this out probably to my community and my tribe, maybe Sunday or so, possibly, I'm thinking, but we'll see how it goes. I got quite a bit to do on Sunday, so we'll see how that goes. But I hope that y'all have an amazing feminine fly woman Friday. Just know that self-care is a key fundamental of every single relationship. You set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself, okay? Because you deserve it. You deserve it. But you gotta believe you deserve it, okay? If they click the link, but it's definitely okay. Perfect. Do your bundles come with a one-on-one with you? Like, yes. You get a one-on-one with me. As soon as you get that email with your course information in there, go ahead and schedule your one-on-one. Just schedule it out. If you get the Divine Alignment Bundle, schedule it out for 2 weeks to give you time frame to work on the first part of the bundle. If you get the How to Align with Your Authentic Feminine Design, and that one, you'll get your one-on-one with that because you have more access and we'll be checking in. That's a 6-week course. How do you heal your wounded feminine? By aligning your soul, which is your mind, your heart, and your willpower. By building mental fortitude, which is learning how to build a force field around your thought processes and what thoughts you're going to allow to come in and what things you're going to allow yourself to think or overthink about. Also having an emergency emotional management kit, knowing how to manage your emotions, as well as practical self-care. All of these things I teach in How to Align with Your Authentic Feminine Design, 4 simple steps. I give you a full-fledged blueprint. So if you want to heal your wounded feminine, that is the course for you. Okay? You can get it with Afterpay, Affirm, and Klarna. Guys attracted to me, but I'm quite masculine. That pushes them away. Yes, that will continue to push. That's where the law of polarity comes in. If you are left brain, you're not going to attract another left brain. Y'all ain't going to work. If you're left brain, primarily, you're going to attract the right brainer, which is probably a man who's a creative, a man who's probably more in his emotions, but not necessarily in a good way. He may be overly emotional to the point of like toxicity. So if you're wanting to attract more masculine men, then you're going to have to learn how to live in right brain energy, which if you want to do that, then you want to get the skills training for emotional mastery for $497. You get that with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay, where it breaks it up into 4 payments for you. So that will support you with that particular situation. Okay? Anything else? You're welcome. Anything else, and I'm going to go for real this time. Click the link in the bio to be able to access all of these things. So yes, all right. So click the link in the bio to join my email list. Click the link in the bio to get any of these services. Let me know if you have anything else. I really, really appreciate your time. Let me see if I want to attract a provider. If I want to attract provider men, means don't have to spend money on him. Well, here's the thing when it comes down to that. This is just my experience. Men who have provider mindsets normally come in the gate being very generous. This is just my experience, being very generous and things like that. After a while of them being generous with me and kind of showing me like this is where I'm at, I don't mind being like, okay, doing something for a token of my appreciation or something that they did. Like one of the guys on my roster, he up there. He's invested a whole lot of me the entire year, and so he was having like a really bad week or something like that last week. So I see him like this really cute mug thing that I know would really like brighten his day. So for me, and this is just me, there has to be levels of investment of time, energy, attention, and money to show me first, to lay the foundation, and then I'm going to, here and there sprinkle different things or different stuff like that. So I'm not going to say don't do that, but what I would not advise you to go in spending your money like that just don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. I don't see how people be going in doing that, but that's just me and how I operate. And that's what works best for me. And most of the time, too, the men that I attract, they don't be wanting. They don't. They don't be wanting. They get joy out of doing stuff for me, so they don't really be. So, but yeah. All right. Okay, y'all. So I'm about to get ready to go. Click the link in the bio to be able to access any of these products and products and services. And DM me if you need or have any questions or concerns. Myself and my assistant will get back to you as soon as possible. Y'all have an amazing, amazing weekend. I'm ready to get my rest. I love you more. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So I appreciate your time. Happy Feminine Friday. Peace, y'all.